Hi there, Jared. I saw your post about wanting to find a job as a plumber in New Zealand and that you've done your PDGB registration already, and others saying that it's so difficult and that it's almost impossible. I would not agree with that. Yes, it's a bit more challenging than it always is, but there's always opportunity in any market. And to be able to land your job, you've just got to be the most valuable and the most visible candidate. So I've made you a little video that might help you with this. If anyone else is also watching this, of course, you can use this for yourself as well, even if you're in a different occupation. And if you want this document that I'm going to work through with the steps, please message me and I'll send you this document so you can access the links in here. Like I say, you just have to be the most visible and most valuable. Here is how to do that. Number one, go and create a value profile. That will consist of an optimized CV. So, optimized is not a tailored CV that you can use to apply online. Step away from applying online because applying online is the least effective strategy, especially if you're offshore. Your occupation, if you're a plumber, your CV needs to look like a plumber. If you're an IT project manager, your CV needs to look like an IT project manager. Don't try and be a jack of all trades. That's an optimized CV. Then create a LinkedIn profile with a star profile. Now, what is a star profile? A star profile showcases your value, demonstrates your value. So let me show you an example. Relative to yourself or relevant to yourself is Wayne here. He's already in New Zealand. He's been here a while. He just hasn't updated his profile, but he's a concreting specialist. He landed several offers in New Zealand from a distance. And this is a value profile. He's got a resume video here. He's got his CV here. And here he's got his work, his portfolio. In other words, some examples of the actual skills of the work in projects, the work that he's done, showcasing his value and his ability. So it's not just a list of things on a CV, it's actual work. And we've created this for him, but you can very easily create this yourself. So this is a value profile. If you're in another industry, here is an example of someone in IT. This is how Francis created his value profile with some examples of his work. So you can see here digitizing 49 hospitals. He did this in South Africa. We don't even have 49 hospitals in New Zealand. He's already in New Zealand. He's big boss of manager development programs at the Auckland Council. And he's a project manager. So an employer wants to see his projects, not just his CV. So he's got several projects in here with quantifiable information. And all of this is linked through in his CV. So this is demonstrating value. If you want to know exactly how to do this, let me know. I'll send you the full training on how to create a value profile. Okay, so that's your first steps. Optimize CV, LinkedIn plus a star profile. Then also put your eligibility on your CV, your LinkedIn, your cover letters. An employer would want to see that you're eligible. Put your PGDB registration there. Put everything there that is relevant to your skills and qualifications assessments. And employers can ask themselves the question, is this person eligible to be given a visa or approved a visa if I've given them a job offer? You need to do your background and your homework and tell an employer that you are eligible. Put that on your CV. Then step 2. Go and find 100 employers, but do not apply online. You're going to approach them directly. I'm going to show you how. If you're an immigrant, go to the list of sponsors. There's a list here, which are the accredited employees in New Zealand. Not all of them are published on that list, but you can cross-reference them. Here are 5 ways to find those employers. Now, first thing is look at who is advertising. Just a word about this. Not all employers will advertise their jobs on Seek and on LinkedIn Jobs. It costs about $3,500 per month for one job ad. So they won't put it there. So therefore, you won't see the jobs there. Let's have a look at Seek in your situation, which is plumbing. So let's have a look here and we'll go to Seek, the Seek website, and just put plumber in there. You can do this with any occupation and then see potentially the size of the hidden job market. So we're going to put plumber in here. Like I say, this costs an employer $3,500 or less, or more or less, to advertise one job ad in Seek for 1 month. So especially smaller employers, they just won't do this because it's too expensive for them. So there's 41 jobs in Seek at the moment. Now, if you go to Jora, New Zealand, which is a job search engine, it scrapes the web for relevant job ads and it will bring you those. It's like Google. You will see that there are more. So if you put plumber in here, you will see that there's quite a few more because most jobs never get advertised on Seek. Most jobs never get advertised at all. Trade Me Jobs is um, a closed system. So Jora cannot scrape Trade Me. So that's additional to Seek and Jora. Sometimes it overlaps with Seek, but most blue collar jobs would be advertised on Trade Me. So, for instance, if you put plumber in here, you'll get another 100 or so. So there you can already see that there's many more than what's just even in Seek. Apart from this, there will be an immense amount of jobs that's never advertised and that you can never get access to unless you know who these employers are. And that is where you need to come from, is to find the employers, not look at the end where the jobs are advertised. So once you've got lists of like this, just go and find these employers and put them on a list, right? Go through this. Hanlon Plumbing, Commons Plumbing and Gas. Depends on where your location is going to be. But look at who advertises jobs and start a list. You can also start for recruitment companies, but they are very small in New Zealand in terms of trades. But just go and make up a list of potential employers until you get to 100. There's other ways as well. There's another way. If you want to Google expressions of interest, look what you're getting. Let's do that. Expressions of interest and plumber. And of course, I am in New Zealand, so I'm going to get a whole lot of results here. Here is enterprise recruitment, Cushman and Wakefield, plumber, expression of interest. This would not be advertised on Seek, right? So you can, whatever your occupation is, you can still do this. There's another way. Go into LinkedIn. Put your industry or key skills keyword in here, not your title, because you're looking for companies. We want to find companies or employers. We need 100 of them. So find companies, and here in LinkedIn, you can do that. Now, of course, here you've got to use your filters and add your location wherever you are. If you want a specific location in New Zealand or anywhere else in the world, wherever you're looking, you can still do the same thing. But the cool thing about LinkedIn is that you can use these filters to narrow down these results here. So for this, we can potentially look at the industry, or we can look at bigger employers if you don't want to work for one-man bands, right? So you can do that. And then you've got a list of employers in LinkedIn who have more than, say, 20 people in their company. So if you look at one of them and you land on the LinkedIn page, and you will see a button here says follow. Once you click the follow button, LinkedIn will go, oh, wait a minute, there's more. And it will actually give you the lists of more employers which you can add to your list. So there's so many ways to find these employers. You can also look at who is working for companies and find those companies and list them on your list. All you're doing is step 2 is make a list. And then maybe cross-check the list with your sponsors if you want to. But in the last couple of weeks, I've worked with 6 elite members. 3 of them have landed the office just doing this, and 2 of them with employers that were never accredited. They're becoming accredited to get these people. So that can work as well. Okay, now you've got your list of 100. Now you're going to do the virtual door knock or the direct approach online from a distance. What is important here is do not apply for these jobs online. You will get eliminated by an ATS system. What you're going to do is go to the careers page and add your CV or letter of interest there if there's a portal to upload it. Or if you can find an email it to them. Or if there's a contact form, you can send them a shortened version of your letter of interest and your LinkedIn link. So you've got 100 employers there. Now you're going to do that virtual door knock. Let's look at the one that we've just found. So this is Hanlon Plumbing. We're going to go to their website. And on their website, look for their careers page. Work with us, join us, jobs, careers, whatever. They've got this very prominently on their website, but do not apply online. You will be eliminated. Let's look at one of their jobs and I'll show you how to see if you're going to be eliminated. So let's look for vacancies here. Oh, there we go. Search for vacancies. Now, they either will have, the moment that you click apply, you will see this URL change to something else, and that means I'm running an ATS. If you apply, in this case, it goes to Seek. Seek has a built-in ATS, so they're literally going to eliminate you with their knockout questions. So do not apply online. You will be eliminated. What you've got to do here is just send them your CV and your letter of interest. Now, how do you do that? Like I said, you find a portal. If you can't find a portal to upload it somewhere, you've got to go around their website and look for it. Look for a way that you can actually contact them. So let's look here if we can find an email first. And if we can't find an email, we'll look for a contact form. Most of them have contact forms or emails. So let's look through their website and see if we can find a contact form. They look like a fairly big company. Here we go, contact us. Now here we can see, oh, here was email addresses. There's a careers email address. So you can just send your CV and your letter of interest to that email. Done. Bingo. Or if there wasn't one here, you can use this contact form and in the comment section put a succinct shortened message, which is something like your letter of interest plus your LinkedIn URL, because we want them to look at your LinkedIn. We want to pull them to your LinkedIn, and bingo, you're in the pool. The pool is where they will go looking for people if they have a vacancy first before they advertise online. So keep doing this until you have 100. Do not stop until you have 100. I've done this with many, many, many hundreds of people, many candidates all over the world. This is a very basic strategy, but it works exceptionally well. It does not require online applications. It keeps you away from the ATS, and it has a 15 to 40% success rate in getting you through, which is much better than 1 to 2%. So let me show you a couple of examples. Here is Hendrik, who's done this. We gave him a list of his employees. We do that for candidates. We find the employees for them, create all their profiles, tell them how to do it until they've landed their job. Here is Elma. Elma's done the same, directly approaching companies on LinkedIn. She found a job as a bookkeeper accountant. And here is Alexis, and that was Elma. So all of them did the same kind of thing. And they just found their jobs by actually doing this kind of thing. They literally just did the direct approach or the online virtual door knock method and landed their jobs this way. So do you need more help? You can connect with me on LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn profile, or the link to my LinkedIn profile. If you're doing this and you have a question, send me a message and I'll answer your question. No doubt I will. I always answer the messages if it's meaningful. There's a link to my LinkedIn profile there, and you can just message me. If you need other help, if you need more assistance, if you need something where you have another question about another strategy or other assistance, then there's some more links in here. Here's my YouTube channel, which has, I think, about 200 or so videos on it about this kind of thing. Here we go. There's a whole lot of videos about that. If you want to check them out, it's all free. Or if you want to go to my website and you want to see the ways in which I work with people, I have several ways in which I work with people and helping them in several engagement levels, several price points. You can look through these options here and see if any of these suit you or if you need more assistance. But like I say, if you're watching this video and you're not Jared, you can use this. Let me know if you want this document. I'll send it through. You can access the links. But I hope this little video helped you just become that most visible, most valuable candidate, and I promise you, you will land your job. Don't believe the naysayers.